and Harper Audio present Fenris Mott by Greg van Eekhout. Performed by Mirai. For Lisa Will, my loving bearer of shield and sword. 1. Mott was recording a root beer review video in the alley behind the Mighty Mart when she found the puppy. Holding her phone in one hand and an open bottle of root beer in the other, she put on a big smile and thumbed the record button. Hi, fellow bubbleheads. It's another episode of the Mott and Amanda Root Beer Show. As you can see, the show's a little different today. For one thing, I'm flying solo since Amanda's on vacation with her family in Germany and they wouldn't spring for an expensive phone plan, so she can't do videos right now. In fact, she's hardly even messaging me. That's right, I haven't heard from my best friend in more than a week. But that's okay. I'm doing fine on my own. Another difference is that I'm not even in Pennsylvania anymore on account of me and my mom moving all the way out to Culver City, California. That's near Los Angeles. Literally thousands of miles from Amanda. So I'm not recording this in Amanda's kitchen like you're used to seeing, with the restaurant-quality stove and the good lighting and the quiet neighbors. It's just me, by myself, in an alley with traffic noise and pigeons, and a sort of rancid odor and this is just pathetic. She pressed the stop button and deleted the video without even watching it. This was her third attempt at recording a review on her own, each one worse than the last. She'd tried inside the new apartment, but you could hear the neighbors' loud music because the walls were thin, and the lighting in the kitchen was terrible, and outside wasn't working any better. She stood in the alley and guzzled the root beer, a Reitman's old style. It opened with a strong sizzle on the gums, continuing with a cinnamon presence, and faded with a subtle vanilla flavor. Not bad, she judged. 3.5 out of 5 bubbles on the Mott and Amanda bubble scale. Draining the bottle, she dropped it into the blue recycle bin, and that's when she heard something go, "Weep." After the "weep" came the distinct sound of nails scrabbling against cardboard. Something was alive in there. Probably a rat. Mott didn't have anything against rats. Elmer was a rat. He'd lived in a roomy cage in Mott's 5th grade class back in Pennsylvania, and he was friendly and clean, the kind of rat you could feed a carrot to and he wouldn't bite and give you a disease. Good old Elmer. Los Angeles garbage rats were probably entirely different. They were probably bitey. Well, if a rat had gotten into the recycling on its own, it could get itself out. Unless it couldn't. Unless it was too small. Or it was hurt. Weep! Mott tiptoed as close to the bin as she dared and stretched to peer inside. A flash of white fur appeared beneath a shifting piece of cardboard. Not a rat. Mott looked up and down the alley in hopes of finding someone else to deal with this. Maybe an adult. Maybe another kid who looked like an animal lover or was practiced in the art of rodent combat. But there was only her. Holding her breath, she flicked the piece of cardboard aside and gasped. Sitting amid discarded cans and bottles and boxes was a ball of white fluff with big triangular ears and a moist button nose. It blinked at her with eyes as blue as the ocean on a world map. "Puppy!" Mott squeaked. "Weep!" the puppy squeaked back. Without another thought, Mott reached into the bin, lifted the puppy with both hands, and nuzzled him to her chest. His fur was so soft, like petting air. Clean scents of pine and mountain snow wafted into Mott's nose. Since he didn't stink, he couldn't have been in the bin very long. And he was too small to have climbed in on his own.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?